In politics, every word can spark a firestorm. The power of language is undeniable. One sentence, one offhand remark, can ripple through the highest offices and into the homes of millions. Words, especially those spoken by leaders, are never just words. They can inspire hope, sow division, or ignite controversy in an instant. A single phrase, even casually spoken, can dominate headlines and reveal deep societal tensions. Newsrooms scramble, social media erupts, and suddenly, the nation is gripped by a debate that goes far beyond the original statement. The media's spotlight intensifies, dissecting every nuance, every possible interpretation, and amplifying the stakes for everyone involved. Tonight on Christmas Eve 2023, en train sur der en soiriden, am bashin soids, don nandrin danzen mine en soiriden nandrin danbrin soin in soiridi. Exanzin Zanzui examine in one such moment involving a president, his press secretary, and a comment that unsettled many. The festive backdrop of the holiday season only heightened the contrast between the warmth of tradition and the chill of controversy that swept through the Capitol. The incident has exposed the unique pressures faced by women in power and forced a conversation about the language used to describe them. For women leaders, every word, both spoken and received, carries extra weight. The scrutiny is relentless, and the expectations are often impossibly high. This moment has become a flashpoint, highlighting the double standards and the resilience required to navigate them. This isn't just about politics, it's about perception, dignity, and the lines crossed in public life. It's about how leaders are seen, how they are judged, and how quickly the conversation can shift from policy to personal. The fallout is not limited to those at the center. It ripples outward, affecting public trust and the tone of our national dialogue. The fallout has extended beyond those directly involved, shaping the broader political discourse. Analysts, citizens, and politicians alike are now asking difficult questions about respect, representation, and the boundaries of public commentary. The debate has become a mirror, reflecting our values and our divisions. When a presidential statement shifts from policy to personal appearance, the context changes dramatically. What was once a discussion about governance becomes a conversation about image, gender, and the power dynamics at play. The implications are profound, raising questions about what we expect from our leaders and from ourselves. The story gained another layer when Karoline Leavitt's husband stepped into the spotlight, transforming a political gaffe into a deeply human story. His presence brought empathy and vulnerability to the forefront, reminding us that behind every headline are real people, with real relationships and emotions. His reaction has become central to this unfolding drama, adding a powerful and unexpected voice. As the nation watches, the conversation continues, about leadership, about language, and about the personal costs of public life. To understand this story, you need to know Karoline Leavitt. At 28, she's the youngest White House press secretary in history, known for her rapid ascent and fierce loyalty. From New Hampshire, she entered Trump's orbit in 2019, quickly rising through the ranks. Her relentless defense of Trump and sharp media presence made her a standout in the MAGA movement. By January 2025, her appointment as press secretary was almost inevitable. Leavitt's unflappable demeanor and political skill have made her a central figure in the administration. The controversy began in a relaxed setting aboard Air Force One. President Trump, asked about Leavitt, offered what he saw as high praise. That face, those lips, they move like a machine gun. He'd used similar words before, describing her rapid-fire communication style. For Trump, it was a compliment, highlighting her effectiveness and relentless defense. But by focusing on her face and lips, the comment shifted from professional praise to personal observation. The phrase, intended to evoke her strength, instead blurred the line between competence and appearance. This blending fueled the controversy. As many felt it crossed the line, the words were left to be dissected from every angle. The reaction was immediate and intense. Within minutes, newsrooms across the country scrambled to cover the story, recognizing its potential to ignite a firestorm of controversy. The public's attention was instantly captured, and the airwaves buzzed with speculation and analysis. Media outlets seized on the president's focus on Leavitt's lips, with critics calling the comment creepy. Headlines blared across both traditional and digital platforms, dissecting every word and gesture. The story quickly became a focal point for late-night talk shows and political satire, amplifying its reach far beyond the initial moment. Panels debated whether it was a calculated statement or another example of Trump's lack of filter. Some analysts argued that it was a deliberate distraction from more pressing issues, while others saw it as yet another instance of impulsive, off-the-cuff remarks that have come to define his public persona. Feminist commentators called it workplace sexism, noting a male press secretary would never be praised for his lips. They pointed out how such remarks reinforce outdated gender stereotypes and undermine the professionalism of women in high-profile roles. The incident sparked renewed conversations about the double standards women face in politics and the workplace. The story dominated headlines, overshadowing policy and fueling broader critiques of Trump's treatment of women. Editorials and opinion pieces poured in, with many questioning the administration's commitment to gender equality. The controversy became a lens through which the public re-examined the president's past behavior and comments. On social media, the clip went viral. Critics called it demeaning, while supporters claimed it was blown out of proportion. Hashtags trended worldwide and influencers weighed in, further polarizing the conversation. Memes, reaction videos, and think pieces flooded platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. The digital world became a battleground of interpretations. Some users saw the comment as harmless or even complimentary, while others viewed it as a clear example of everyday sexism. The debate raged on, reflecting deeper divisions in society about gender, power, and respect. Trump's history with controversial comments about women made it hard for many to give him the benefit of the doubt. Critics pointed to a long list of previous incidents, arguing that this was part of a troubling pattern rather than an isolated slip. The lips comment wasn't seen in isolation, but as part of a pattern. Each new controversy seemed to reinforce the last, creating a cumulative effect that shaped public perception and fueled ongoing debates about leadership and accountability. For many, it reflected deeper issues about respect for women in power. The incident became a rallying point for advocates of workplace equality, highlighting the challenges women continue to face in positions of authority and the importance of holding leaders accountable for their words and actions. As the controversy grew, Karoline Leavitt's husband entered the fray. In a viral video, he addressed the situation directly, not with anger at Trump, but frustration at the media and critics. He argued the president's words were an unconventional compliment about his wife's communication skills. He insisted the machine gun analogy fit her relentless style, framing Trump's words as respect, not objectification. He called the creepy label a deliberate misinterpretation by ideological opponents. His passionate, protective tone aimed to reclaim the narrative. This wasn't a political operative, it was a husband defending his wife's honor. His intervention added a deeply personal dimension to the public firestorm. The husband's response had immediate impact. Trump supporters hailed him as a hero, sharing his video as a rebuttal to the media. Critics saw it as political self-preservation or sympathized with his difficult position. His words shifted the debate from Trump's comment to media bias, political loyalty, and the pressures on families. He introduced a counter-narrative, forcing a broader perspective. His passionate defense reminded the public that behind the titles are real people. The controversy had real-world consequences for families. His decision to speak out showed the personal stakes when public and private lives collide. This episode highlights the unique challenges women face in politics. Despite progress, women in positions of power still encounter obstacles that their male counterparts rarely experience. These challenges are not just about policy or leadership, but about how women are perceived, judged, and treated in the public eye. Men's authority is rarely questioned based on appearance, but women must constantly balance competence with scrutiny of their looks and tone. Every decision, every word, and even every outfit can become a topic of debate. For women, the pressure to appear both authoritative and approachable is relentless, and the margin for error is slim. Leavitt's situation is a clear example of this double standard. Her actions and words were dissected not just for their substance, but for how they fit into preconceived notions about women in power. The scrutiny she faced was amplified by her gender, making her every move a potential flashpoint. The president's comment linked her professional effectiveness to her physical features, reinforcing old biases. This kind of remark doesn't just undermine one woman, it sends a message to all women that their value is tied to how they look, not just what they do. A male press secretary would be praised for actions, not appearance. His confidence would be seen as strength, his assertiveness as leadership. Rarely would his looks or demeanor become the focus of national conversation. The incident also shows the likability trap for women: be strong but not too strong, warm but not weak. Women are expected to walk a fine line, constantly adjusting their behavior to avoid criticism from all sides. It's a balancing act that demands emotional labor and resilience. Leavitt's assertive style, praised in men, became controversial when filtered through her appearance. The same qualities that are celebrated in male leaders are often weaponized against women, turning confidence into arrogance and strength into stubbornness. The reaction revealed the limited options for women: criticize and risk your job, or stay silent and let others define the narrative. Speaking up can be seen as insubordination, while silence can be interpreted as weakness or complicity. It's a constant, exhausting tightrope walk. Every step is watched, every misstep magnified. The pressure to be perfect is unrelenting, and the consequences of falling short are often harsher for women. The incident is a powerful case study in the biases shaping women's paths to power. It reminds us that true equality isn't just about opportunity, but about changing the perceptions and standards that women are held to every day. This story is more than a fleeting scandal, it's a snapshot of our political discourse. It shows how leaders' words shape public perception and cultural norms. A few words on a plane became a national debate on respect and professionalism. For some, Trump's comment was demeaning. For others, an innocent compliment twisted by the media. The divide reveals our deep partisan polarization. Leavitt's husband's intervention showed that families now actively shape public narratives. His actions highlight a trend. Political families are no longer bystanders. As we move forward, this story will remain a touchstone for discussions about women in politics and leadership. It reminds us that words have weight, and respect in public discourse matters.